everyone, I'm Ray and welcome to my channel. For this video I have finally, thanks to Christmas and some very generous friends and family, finished my custom watercolour palette, which is full of artist grade paints. It's taken me over a year to complete it because they're not cheap. I think this is is it an 18 well palette? Yeah. So I finally managed to finish it. So the ones I got for Christmas were Permanent Green Pale, Green Apatite Genuine, Ultramarine Violet, and Raw Sienna. So, no, not Raw Sienna, Raw Umber. Oh. So what I'm going to do is swatch them all out so I have an actual list of all of the colours that I've got, and I'm going to do it with this shiny new paintbrush that I got. So this is the Silver Black Velvet. I love these paintbrushes, but this is it's called a jumbo round, but out of all of the jumbo rounds that they do, this is the small one. And it's got a real different shape to their normal rounds. So this is a 10 in the normal round, so as you can see it kind of tapers to a point. Whereas this one, I mean it does taper to a point, but it's super fluffy, not as densely packed. So I'm excited to see just how well this one works, because this is going to be my first time using it. So all of the excitement. It's also going to be my first time using some of these new paints that I've got as well. So I am a little bit excited. Going through all of my random sketchbook things until I find a nice empty page. Here we go. So, oh wow, that soaks up so much water. The majority of colours that I have are M. Graham paints. I do have some Daniel Smith ones, but the majority are the M. Graham ones. Apparently I had bits in that paint. Yay! I do have multiples of each sort of colour family, like yellows, oranges, reds, etc. But they're all different in tone. So now this one, Nickel Quinacridone Gold, was listed with all of the browns, but I mean, as far as I'm concerned, it's pretty yellow. It's a beautiful yellow. Nope. I put these in on Christmas Day and I've literally just touched it. I don't know if you can see, it's like still movable, moldable, very strange. So that might be a little bit too much paint on there, but that was fine. That's alright. That's a lovely colour. Oh. These are not going to be the most aesthetic swatches in the world because they're going to be huge, because I'm using a ginormous paintbrush because I just couldn't wait. But good old sap green. this one's another new one, Green Apatite Genuine. I have noticed that the Daniel Smith Primatek ones do take a little bit more water to activate properly. See, that's not... There we go. So they just need a little bit of help to get started. But the reason why I picked that one is the M. Graham ones that I have they're not very granulating, but the Primatek ones, one of their main selling points is the fact that they can make some really beautiful granulations. So that is why I picked that one. I love teal, it's my favourite colour. So this one is actually pretty similar to my bedroom walls. It's one of my favourite blues. Ultramarine, because having a warm blue and a cool blue allows you to make mixes that are all across the spectrum. Dioxazine Violet. I'm going to write all the names underneath them / on top of them for some of them, because I've not really left myself a lot of space. Haha, another new one, Ultramarine Purple, Ultramarine Violet. Basically it's a much warmer one. It's a little bit more opaque. The Primatek one. I only have two Primatek ones, so I've got the Green Apatite Genuine, and then I have this one, which is Rhodonite Genuine, which is the pinkest pink that ever did pink. It's so pretty. Maroon Perylene. Literally takes nothing to activate it, you just have to look at it funny and it's activated. And then this one is Quinacridone Red, so it's a much cooler. I'm really enjoying this paintbrush. It holds so much water. Another new one for Umber. Now if I'd have got this one first, I probably would have swapped this with the raw Sienna that I've got next to it, because I think it would have fitted the palette a bit better, because it's a lot richer and warmer. And then I'm going into the blacks and the Moonglow, so yeah. Swapping those two would have probably been good, but I say I got that one first, so, and I changed which paint I wanted instead of that one, so I really like this brush. It's going to be so good for doing large washes of colour. It's just, it holds so much water. It's, oh. Yeah, I like this one. So I'm going to wait for these to dry, and then I will come back and I will mark down what all of them are, and then I will go through why I've picked which ones. Okay, so they are dry and I am back. So I can't write straight at all. Even when I was at school, I would have to have my book at basically, what is it, like I would, if I could get away with it, I would write at a 90-degree angle. I've got a little bit better as the time has gone on, but Azo Yellow, Cadmium Yellow, Nickel Quinacridone Gold, Permanent Green Pale, Sap Green, Green Apatite Genuine, Cerulean Blue, Pthalo Turquoise, oop, there we go, Ultramarine Blue, Dioxazine Violet, Ultramarine Violet, Rhodonite Genuine, Maroon, Perylene, Quinacridone Red, Raw Umber, Raw Sienna, Moonglow, and neutral, oh way up, neutral tint. When I first started building the palette, I started with Cadmium Yellow, Quin Red and Ultramarine Blue, because I found that I could make basically any colour that I wanted really, apart from sort of the turquoises and the bright pinks. And the really bright greens I struggled with, but they were a really good starting point. And because the tubes are so expensive, it's better to get just the primaries. If in a perfect world, I would have got a cool red, a cool yellow and a cool blue, and then a warm red, a warm yellow and a warm blue. As it was, I ended up with a warm yellow and a warm blue and a cool red, but I've since added. So once I had those, the next one that I got was Azo Yellow, then I got the Cerulean Blue, and then I got the Maroon Perylene, and then the others I've just kind of added in as I've gone. But I say convenience colours are the Permanent Green, Pthalo Pink, Raw Umber and Raw Sienna are basically convenience colours. But with regards to getting things like the Moonglow, you can kind of see on this textured paper, but the pigments tend to separate and they give this really nice sort of speckly effect where you have the blue over the top, and then if you look closely you can see that there is like a pinky undertone where it kind of splits. I really like it. I think it's lovely. I really like it for mixing in with darker skin tones because it gives the skin more of a warm reddish undertone, but it also brings through some of the cooler, not so much freckles, but just the general skin. Everyone has pores and things like that, so I find that it makes it look a lot more realistic, and I just really like it. But the Rhodonite Genuine doesn't really granulate as much, but it does settle somewhat. But the green Apatite Genuine, I am so excited to use this. The way that they separate, where you've got the bright green and then you have sort of like the darker over the top, just, oh, I can't wait. But, so this is my fully completed custom palette. It does everything that I want it to do. I know that there is quite a glaring miss when it comes to having sort of a similar toned red but a warm red, whereas my warm red would be the Maroon Perylene. It is a lot darker, but you can lighten it up, especially if you mix in a bit of the cad yellow, and then you can get it to pretty much the same, just a very warm version. But I really like the fact that you can get it super dark, especially for painting mushrooms. I love it for painting mushrooms. And then I will glaze over with a little bit of Quin Red, but it's just a lovely colour. I really like it, and it's transparent as well, whereas the cadmium ones, the cad yellow is sort of semi-opaque. I haven't tried cad red, but I've heard that it's semi-opaque, so I really wanted more of a transparent set, so that's where I ended up getting the Azo Yellow and then the Nickel Quin Gold, because that is very similar to the cad yellow, but it is transparent. So that fixed my issue, because I went through a phase of painting lots of little cute bumblebees. I don't have the pictures here because I actually gifted them to people, but I did all the line work first with all of my microns, and then I went over with the cadmium yellow, and it just, you couldn't really see the line work anymore. It was just sort of cloudy and it didn't look very good. So I then got the Nickel Quin Gold and the Azo Yellow, and they are completely transparent, so that fixed that problem perfectly. But I'm really happy with the way that this one turned out. It does everything that I needed to do. I can make some really nice mixes, and I thoroughly enjoy it, and I can't wait to get on and start painting some more skin tones, especially with this raw umber. It's going to make such a good sort of darkening factor instead of using the neutral tint. So really looking forward to that one. That and painting some really bright foliage. But yeah, so thank you very much for watching, and I will see you again. Bye!